Hello and welcome to the Oman Cricket Academy. This is, of course, the DAFA News Oman versus Namibia T20 International. And what a first two games we've had so far, live from the Oman Cricket Academy. It's match number 3, as the first two matches, the honours have been shared. One game apiece for both Oman and Namibia. The first one going Namibia's way, and the second one, of course, the hosts pulling back things just in time, which makes for an even and tantalizing contest on this occasion today. It's match day 3 once again, and of course we would always want to have a little bit a look at the conditions as well as the toss here in the middle. Our colleague Shoaib Ahmed was out there with the two captains, and then of course he will give you a brief review of the pitch as well.
Flip the coin for the third T20 international between Oman and Namibia. I've got the two captains with me. For Oman, we've got Aqib Ilyas. For Namibia, it's Gerard Erasmus. And onto my extreme left is our match referee, Mr. Wendell Lebroy, who is officiating his 50th T20 international today. Well, the home team today is Oman, so Aqib will flip the coin. Gerard, you'll call. Tails is the call. It's heads. So Aqib.
We will be bowling first because we are playing on a fresh wicket. So let's put them in and we can see what the conditions are. You know, the conditions are different. It's good. So we'll put them in and we'll chase the target.
Tell us, no Zishan Maksud today?
Yeah, Zishan is not there. Unfortunately, he got hit in the last match. So he's been resting because as we are heading for the main tournament, Asia Cup is there. So we have given chances to a few of the new players.
Tell us the team news.
Naseem Khushi has come in. Two openers have changed. Jati, our main player, he has come back in the side. One leg spinner is there, and Sandeep is also there, good all-rounder. So let's see the new faces.
Quite a few changes. What do you want to chase on this wicket?
We can see whatever there is, we have to chase. There is no doubt in this.
All the best.
Thank you.
Happy to be batting first?
Yeah, not too worried about the toss. It seems to be pretty even throughout the couple of series and matches being played here. It looks to slow up a little bit, so yeah, just have to play better cricket up front in both facets of the game and then hopefully get a good one.
The bowlers have been doing well for your side. It's just the batting that needs to click.
Yeah, we've actually set good foundations over the last 18 months or so with the bat, and we've had really had guys step up there in that department up front for us. Unfortunately, those personnel aren't here, but that gives a great opportunity to the other guys that do get an opportunity before the World Cup coming up, and to put their name in the hat as well. And hopefully some of those guys can do that today as well.
Give us your team news.
We got Simon Chikongu coming in for Ben Chikongu, so first game on the tour for Simon. Really exciting youngster for us, and we want to continue developing the whole squad.
All the best.
Thank you.
Right, so the news from the centre is that Oman have won the toss and they have decided to bowl first. Let's quickly look at the conditions and the wicket here at the Oman Cricket Academy. We know for a fact that it is a very, very interesting pitch that does offer a lot for the bowlers earlier on and the batters as well. I'll take you through the wicket here, especially on this part of the wicket. As you can see, there's a lot of green grass, which means the ball will just seem a bit, with the new ball, the bowlers will have some purchase on this wicket. Overall, overcast conditions, so that means that will also assist the fast bowlers a bit. But we know for a fact that the dimensions of the ground are pretty even and the batters do get value for their shots if they apply themselves in the middle. Overall, 150, 160 has proven to be a very good score on this wicket, and teams that have batted first and have managed to get to that total or around that total have more often than not have been successful in defending it. So overall, if you win the toss, well, bowling first has supposedly been the right option.
So that's the update here from the centre. Our colleague Shoaib Ahmed did say that Oman have won the toss and elected to bowl. We'll go ahead with the lineups at the moment. Namibia, JP Coetzee, Malan Kruger, Gerard Erasmus the captain, of course, Jan Freiling, Zane Green the keeper. David Wiese comes in with a lot of experience. Ruben Trumpelman, another experienced for the Namibians. Bernard Schultz, Dylan Leisure, Tanjini Lungamini, and he's been exciting all throughout the series. And the newcomer, Simon Chikongo. Joining me in the comm boxes, of course, Jamil Zaidi, and he'll take you through the Oman lineup.
Thank you. I mean, it's Oman, it's Naseem Khushi back into the side, Jitendra Singh back into the side, Aqib Ilyas, Khalid Kale, Ayan Khan, Rafiullah, Sandeep got brought into the team, and Samaj Srivastava, the leggy, coming back into the team. Mohammad Nadeem, Fayyaz Butt, and Kalimullah all looks to be a very formidable team.
Yeah, there's certainly a well-balanced team for Oman as well as Namibia, especially I'll talk in terms of Namibia. Their batting has not clicked all throughout the series. You've already got 2 games in, and somewhere down the line, the foundation, as the captain Gerard Erasmus did mention, that the foundation was set in many innings that they've played so far, in the 2 innings that they've played so far. But then somewhere down the line, those cluster of wickets that keep falling in, and that'll be something that they're concerned about. On the other hand, Oman have been pretty solid, and it's pretty much the same story as far as their batting is to be concerned as well.
Absolutely. This is what we want to talk about Oman batting as well. Both the batters of the team, I mean, Namibia and Oman, not getting the runs they had to. Though the wickets are good, bowling coming up good to the bat on the bat, but they're not getting good scores, except couple of players like KP, and on the other side it was Rasmus who did some score. But otherwise it's the bowlers who dominated both the teams.
Absolutely. The first match was pretty much a low-scoring affair, and probably the batting will not be into focus in low-scoring matches, such as the first game in this series. But then the second game was pretty good. Oman with the bat got off to a great start. And then finally in the second innings, when Namibia came out to bat, they lost those cluster of wickets. Some exciting bowling by Kalimullah, and then there was, of course, Mehran Khan, who did really well. Today's side looks exciting. They've got Jatinder Singh back in, and then of course this man, number 26, Sandeep Gaud, he's back in as well. So a decent outing for all these men in red. They've been given their chances. They've been given their chances to prove themselves out there in the middle and book a seat to that flight to the Caribbean for that ICC T20 World Cup, that big game. First ball in, and it's going to be Kalimullah. Definitely played towards the leg side, just nudged it. It's going to be only a single, so first runs on the board for Namibia.
Well, I think I'm looking more to the Samaj Srivastava, the man who really mesmerized the PNG in the last series. Today it's time for him to come back into the game and get some wickets. And of course another 2 matches are on, but of course I think he will the focus for Omani selectors.
Jean-Pierre Coetzee is off the mark on the very first delivery of this innings, and so is Namibia. And now it's going to be Malan Kruger, and he'll be up against Kalimullah. This time gets the ball onto the bat nice and easy. It's a good surface, isn't it? You can see a tinge of green out there, and then you did see Captain Aqib Ilyas, the captain for today, Aqib Ilyas for Oman, mention about the overcast conditions. Of course, there have been a few droplets on the car windshields in the vicinity. Beating the right-hander.
That was a beautiful delivery. Off the wicket, came a bit quicker. I mean, wickets you talk about, both the wickets, the other one which you played day before and today as well, are pretty well helping the seamers. But after later stages of the game, as Shoaib correctly said, it comes down to a bit slower, giving ample chance for the spinners to come on.
So a good decision, I believe, by today's skipper Aqib Ilyas for Oman, winning the toss, electing to bowl. This time it was in the air for a brief amount of time, and he's probably shattered the stumps there. They will be looking at the umpire long and hard and asking him to refer to the TV umpire. This is excellent stuff at mid-on by Oman. Good fielding. It was a risky single in the air for a brief amount of time. It could have been a catch as well. But then Malan Kruger looking a little itchy, looking to get off that mark. He's not had a great series so far.
Well, absolutely brilliant fielding by the fielder. It must be the Khalid Kale, I believe, who did that one. But it's a touch and go situation. Both the batters were a bit hesitant to take the run. Yes, no, yes, no. And I think with the experience that Namibians have got in them playing cricket from last almost 16 months, as Erasmus has said, I mean, this part of running between the wickets should have been and more focused rather than, hesitations always come in between. And both Coach and Kruger had to come for some runs for their team, though they are the mainstay of the Namibian batters, inclusive of the Rasmus, who did come up with some good in the last innings.
Both these two opening batters of Namibia have similar efforts in the previous two matches. Both of them have scored 16 runs in the two matches in this series so far. So probably they're due for some runs, and it's always a sign of concern when the opening batters fail to make use of that batting power play. On this occasion, they're waiting for that decision from the TV umpire. What's it going to be? Watchful eyes, and green light it is. So Malan Kruger will survive to see another delivery in this series. What a great effort that was from Khalid Gill, nonetheless.
So disaster has been averted in the shame of Kruger. Koje, both of them have a lot of responsibility being the opening batters for Namibia. Give them a good solid start for the other batters to come and take the team to a good total of 150, 160, as Shoaib has mentioned. Once again, beautifully bowled outside the off stump, moving away from the batter by Kalimullah.
This is using the conditions at its best, yeah, for Kalimullah, and he can always be counted on to do that on any given occasion, whether it be for the national side, whether it be for his domestic side, anywhere he plays cricket, as a matter of fact. Runs in hard, very easy run up, always keeps his line and length neat and tidy. Very difficult to get away with. On the money once again. So good start here from Oman so far. Just one more. Just one more remaining here. Somewhere down the line you might want Coatsey and Kruger to go all guns blazing. End of the first over. 2 for no loss, Namibia.
Send it.
Very good first over from Kalimullah. Just given away only 2 runs, and it is the man Fiaz Butt who is pick of the bowlers to me from last 2 games.
Absolutely. Fayaz Butt has been amongst the wickets and he's picking up those important breakthroughs. This time, once again, he's just managed to swing that away from the right-hander. And this is good stuff from Ahmed Fayaz. But remember, he's coming back from a long-standing injury. He's recovered fully now and wanting and raring to go in the national team setup. And this is some good shape that he's producing with the ball. The pace has gone down, but then it's gone down for the better. He's concentrating on maintaining some sort of skill that he's producing.
Absolutely, yes, of course. They need it. Actually, it's what they are trying to use the atmosphere at the moment. Once again, going down the outside the upper stump. This is what they are trying to concentrate on: length and line, moving the ball away from the batter, bringing in, not generating pace. That's the good quality of the bowlers, understanding the situation, the climate or the atmosphere around the ground.
Absolutely. The first delivery was on good length, around that 5 meter, 6 meter mark, and swinging away from the right-hander. This second delivery was a foolish delivery outside the off stump, and you could see that hint of away swing in the air. Charging down the track. This is danger here for Malan Kruger. There's certainly signs of a batter who's looking for a few runs here. And Ahmed Fayaz Butt has been successful in troubling him. Have a look at that.
Absolutely brilliant. I mean, it is showing lack of confidence among those 2 batters, Kruger and Kodze. They had to wait for the ball to come, rather chasing the ball right from the second over. This is the 3rd delivery. Slightly what you call nervous at the moment, both the batters are. Once again, you look at that one, Try to play on to the on. Got in the outer edge into the slips.
Catch it was the call when he tried to do that. I think he was trying to play across the line, or maybe I think it's a leading edge. And still survives Malan Kruger. Scratchy start so far from the right-hander. And Ahmed Fayaz Butt has impressed. A few wickets, and that's all that it takes for a bowler to get back into the rhythm coming from a long-standing injury. In with the fifth delivery of this over, Ahmed Fayaz Butt from the Oman end.
Bang on target. Absolutely brilliant bowling from both Kalimullah and Fayaz, but not getting any slightest of the room for both Kruger and Kozeto. Look at that one. Slightly short of the length. Right area to bowl on. No room for the batters to play on.
But he's got in on to his bat, Malan Kruger, and he'll feel much better about that. Now all he needs to do is predict that line and length, get in a good position and stroke the ball in the right direction. Catch it is the call, and what a brilliant effort out there. Sandeep Gaur, if I'm not mistaken, and he's always electric out there in the field. So a maiden has been averted by the right-hander Malan Kruger. Not convincing, but that will do. That will do for them in this particular over. End of the over, just 3 scored of the first 2 overs. No wickets, Namibia.
Kalimullah back into the attack once again, producing only 2 runs in the very first over. Once again, down the wicket, and I got an edge, and what a wicket for Kalimullah. Both the batters looking very nervous, and the first breakthrough has come through the bowling of Kalimullah.
Absolutely. In the last one, it was Malan Kruger who was looking quite scratchy, and then once again, on the very first delivery, have a look at that Kalimullah. Charging down the track, looking to go big, looking to clear the infield and get a few runs for himself via boundaries, but unsuccessful. Malan Kruger, he'll have to go back, for a very, very low score. So the first breakthrough for Oman as Namibia are 3 for 1.
In came the captain, Durrad Rasmus, who played a brilliant knock in the last match but couldn't avert the defeat by Oman. 62 runs he scored. This time also came a very, very crucial time. 3 on the board, a wicket down, that is of Kruger. So he has to play once again a role of captain and a player who can take the team out of the trouble at this stage of the game.
I think the word you're looking for is rescue. A rescuer. Once again, he's out there in the middle. Far too early to his liking. Nudged away towards the onside. A single to get off the mark. Now Gerard Erasmus is quite an experienced campaigner for this Namibian side. And even otherwise, he's played plenty of cricket all around the world. Plenty of experience, very sure of his skill set. Later on in this match, you'd also see him coming in to bowl those off spins, off break bowlers. Kalimullah coming in from the Oman LNG, and he's already got a wicket to himself.
Well, I think the bowling for both the teams, Namibia and Oman, it is on target most of the time. That's the reason why both the teams are not getting good runs on the board, say about 160, 170, supported by excellent fielding as well. Kalimullah in particularly bowling extremely well. So as his colleague Fiaz Butt.
Loud shout from Kalimullah on this occasion. Left-hander John Coetzee. Have a look at that. Trying to pitch it in once again, back of length, wrapping him on the thigh pad. So I guess the height will always be an issue. Four balls done, just a single run given in this over, and that wicket of Malan Kruger. Always interesting to know what Kalimullah has on offer on most occasions.
Picked it up outward the short square leg for a single. So the power play looks to be going in the favor of Oman. So far, almost 3 overs gone, 5 on the board, a wicket down. Both Kalimullah is extremely superb in the first 2 overs. Just given away only 4 runs so far.
You think it's got something to do with that conditions that are on offer today? Ooh, nearly there. Kalimullah just completes this over on a high note here. 3 overs done, just 5 scored and 1 wicket down for Namibia.
Slightly out. Sorry. Slightly out. Yeah, that's the next time.
I don't know what's the pressure these two batters, especially from Namibia, has got right from the first game they played. Bearing couple of players, they are really in the tremendous pressure, not trying to play on their own game, which they look for, especially Coetzee and Kruger.
Big shout here from Ahmed Fayaz, but and straight away umpire mentions that there's probably a hint of bat onto it. Both these two bowlers have been amongst the wickets for Oman. Have a look at that.
Going down the leg side as well and on the bat as well on it. I think batters, what we are talking about, has to come with no pressure, whether the conditions are there, like we have Aqib Ilyas and Kashyap and Khalid K. They never took pressure on them. Even in the captain, Rasmus also doing the same thing.
Tries to go big towards the onside, unable to do so.
This is total pressure on the batters to go for the runs. I mean, I'll tell you one thing, they had to wait. They had to, no issues, runs are not coming, but only thing that they have to play the ball from the middle of the bat rather than going, slashing out the way Kruger got out, and he's also trying to smash it over the mid-wicket. Without seeing the ball, it can dub it down.
Absolutely agree. I think it's the intentions that they're trying to convey and what they've actually got wrong. Instead of trying and building an innings, building a partnership, especially in the power play from ball number 1. Big shot down the ground and finally getting a little bit of success here. John Coetzee gets a boundary to his name, and this was a good looking shot from the Namibian opening batter.
Finally, they came off with the pressure, with the boundary. Of course, it will give a lot of confidence to Coetzee. Was not among the runs from the last 2 matches they have played. Look at that one. Just use it feet right over the long off boundary. Very welcome boundary for Namibia. And of course, a very, very confidence booster for Coetzee as well.
Feel much better, and I think this is somewhere they'll really want to learn and try and up the ante. Big shot once again, trying to get some sort of elevation, pick that up and dispatch that towards the onside deep mid-wicket boundary. Once again playing across the line, and this is something that Coetzee will have to adapt immediately according to the pitches that he plays on. Not all pitches are made in such a manner where the ball will come onto the bat nicely. There will be certain areas where there might be stickies. There will be certain pitches where the ball might not come onto the bat so as quickly as possible.
Well, I think as far the wickets are concerned, it's almost the similar wickets. Of course, the first couple of overs definitely goes to the ball, fast bowlers. But the batters had to be there for a couple of minutes to step out, to wait for the ball to come. It's time on to the offside. Nicely played. So only thing is that batters had to come off with some good runs for themselves, especially these two. Coach J has lot of runs scored for Namibia before, but from the last two matches, he doesn't look to be in good form, absolutely.
It's all part of getting acclimatized to the conditions, I believe. He's just 2 matches young in this particular series. By now, he's hopefully gotten a knack of how the pitches are behaving. Of course, the numerous net sessions that they have, the numerous batting, range hitting sessions that they have all throughout a particular series that they're playing, whether it be the first match or the last. There's always room for improvement. This time, very comfortable, playing it towards the leg side, just flicking it, going down leg. Ahmed Fayaz Butt on that occasion, and this has been somewhat a make-up over for Namibia. 5 runs from this. Namibia are 10 for the loss of 1 wicket after 4.
So end of number 4, number 5, and along with me is Pranav Mehta joining me. This time nicely played, beautifully, open the face of the bat through the cover point boundary, rather galley. It's 4 runs. So as now Pranav has come, a boundary has come as well.
Thank you so much, Jamil bhai. What a time. They need to get a move on here. They've been playing the waiting game for a very long time, and this time just using the pace of the bowler, the tall, lanky Kalimullah, and angling it away from the diving Fayaz Butt. So 4 valuable runs coming in terms of a boundary for Namibia. What a start for Oman.
Of course, any team looking for such a dream start with minimum runs on the board and a wicket as well. Kalimullah to continue. The quality of the Omani bowlers, especially Kalim and Fiaz, but it's absolutely brilliant. They're not trying to generate pace, just trying to concentrate on the length and line, and of course the using the wear as well. This time open the face of the bat towards the third man. So 1 more run to the game. To the Namibia total, it's 15 now.
Most importantly, Jamil bhai, there's a spring in the feet of Oman today. They've got that wonderful start. Fielding has been top-notch. That man, Sandeep Gaur, on the screen. What a wonderful save that was at covers. Such intent can make so much of a difference in your approach, especially when you're fielding first. Support to the bowlers. Once again, Kalimullah, bread and butter in that area. Just like as we want to or like to say, you wake him up from his sleep, he's still going to be bowling in that good length area. The batters will have to do something different to move him out from there.
I think good thing that no, he is not trying to generate pace, just trying to bowl within the stumps and within the area where he liked to bowl. Not giving any room for the batter to play.
And that high arm action also comes into the picture as well. Just short of cover, believe that was just short of cover. Ayan Khan was the fielder there. And soon there is immediate applause from all the teammates. What a wonderful spell this has been from Kalimullah so far. 17 balls he's bowled, just 9 runs.
It was fiercely played, but excellent fielding also. Backed up by Khalid Kale.
So immediate there's some change in field. The short cover was into action, has been moved out to short mid wicket. Just over mid on. Just over mid on. For a moment the fielder at mid-on was interested. It was Sandeep Gaur there. And he'll cut it out to keep it down to 2. 5 overs done. 17 for 1 Namibia and in a lot of trouble.
Bowling change. He done over. The bowling change, yeah. Ons gaan die bybreek goalbal ou. Gaan vir ons 6 balle gee. Ja. Dan gaan ons opvang. Dis die lekste. Swaai is in jou in dit. Ja.
The first bowling change from Oman Talent, it is Nadeem. Waiver delivery from the first ball from Nadeem down, very, very wide, long side on the leg side. Starting with the wide.
He's more of a rhythm bowler. Just needs to find his rhythm. Something similar to Kalimullah. Once he finds his rhythm, he's very lethal. Does bend his back on a few occasions. Bowls that heavy ball every now and then. That has some extra bit of yards. That's gone up. There's a fielder coming underneath it. He's not going to be making it. Believe Khalid Kel was a fielder there.
Once again, they are trying to smash without looking at the ball. Got the top edge and went to the third man where Khalid Kel stopped the ball crossing the fence. So all together from the last 2 games in this game, it mostly the seamers, medium pacers who are dominating the game for now.
I think it's a different day today. Spinners will have a role to play. In the air, just wide of the backward point, rather the gully fielder. Both the fielders, backward point and gully, cannot make a difference there, and the ball is going to be going to the boundary.
Facer tried to play onto the cover side, got 10 top edge down the leg, tied to the third man. Good effort, but it was not comfortable for the batters. Got 4 runs finally.
Runs have started to flow for Namibia. They wouldn't complain. Any way or any form to get a boundary is it's worth all it. They're happy to take the risk. They want to get somewhere around 30, 35 if possible. That's a poor effort. Extremely poor. This was an absolute sitter. Especially when you're the man with the gloves.
Very much surprising, absolutely surprising. He is a tall man, Naseem Khushi. Could easily have taken. Look at that one. Look at that one. He could have easily taken it. It's poor effort, but finally 1 life to the batter as well.
Not too sure on why he didn't go with 2 hands.
Bad luck for Nadeem. Almost got the wicket. Even in the before that delivery, he almost got an edge through the gully.
Yes, they've been edgy at the moment. Namibia trying to make things happen. Happy to nudge it for a single on the leg side. They've been busy. Both Kodze and the captain Erasmus. They understand the situation. They know there's a need for a partnership to be built up. And both will have a very important and crucial role to play. in doing so.
So the power play is really in the favor of Oman at the moment. All three bowlers, Kalimullah, Fiaz, Nadeem, bowling according to the length and line, and the field set by the skipper.
Once again, in the air, falling short of third. So riding on their luck is Namibia at the moment. Almost every ball is in the air. The shout from the fielders is catch it, but it falls in the no man's land on most occasions, except for that catching opportunity to the wicketkeeper.
Very, very fruitful over for Nadeem for Oman. Almost 3 occasions he could have got a wicket, but anyhow that was the match caught which will be no man's land. Possibly the last delivery of Nadeem. And Oman must be happy to be good at the end of power play.
Certainly 9 runs of it already. Off the thigh pad probably to the wicketkeeper who does well. So that's the end of the power play. 26 for 1 Namibia, and they are going to be fighting to make a comeback here. So it's the power play number 2 that is signaled by the umpire. Over number 7 to 20. Relief for the fielding side as 5 fielders are allowed on the boundary outside the 30-yard circle. Hence a little bit of more protection. Could we say 1 up for Oman in the power play? They've done brilliantly as Rafiullah comes into the attack from the Oman LNG end. So another single to third.
So finally runs are coming in singles, and of course a couple of boundaries as well, making both the batters to be more confident, especially Kodze, who's not among the runs from the 2 matches we've played. Today is the time for him to come up with some good scoring.
He's a brilliant striker of the ball. It's just a matter of time. So the third has come into the circle. A brilliant driving effort at covers. Sandeep Gaur, he's been kept busy. Won't be effective on this occasion although, as Kodze gets a single to his name.
The batters, as we talked about in the last couple of overs along with the mean, that both batters from both the teams are not coming up for some good runs as their team expected. 137 was the last score they have been playing. Once again, beautiful ball. Took the bottom edge of the bat. Oman has got 137 and 109. And 109 was very difficult for Namibia to chase. And then 137, they have been ruled out 6 runs short of the 107 runs. So runs are, I think, most important for both the teams and for the batters also.
What do you think is a good score on this wicket? P.S. Shoaib said somewhere around 150, 160, which looks fairly distant at the moment. Big inside edge as they scramble for a single. And yes, it is an inside edge. So Erasmus will get off strike. He's been the man to watch out for in this tour. Wonderful knock in the previous game. Unfortunately, he was not able to take his side away.
Both the teams have got long batting lineups, but unfortunately not coming up. 150, 160 is of course a very good score on those wickets in Oman for the T20s. Let's open the face with the bat, straight the waiting of the cover point rather.
One thing that will be different today is that what I feel is that the grass has been given a slight bit of shape. There's some wonderful designs on the ground as you see. So some hard work has been put in that off day by the ground staff.
Well, they have been always doing hard work, whether it's normal game or it's an international game. Their efforts, of course, are really unmatched. This time on to the back foot, just rolled it down towards the short mid wicket, and they go for the quick runs. And what a dying effort there could have been. But it's a wonderful running between the two. That's the over number 7 gone. It is 31 for 1 Namibia. Lucky escape this time. Could have been a run out had the fielder has thrown the ball more quicker. And it was a final dying effort for the batter to come into the crease, saves himself.
What a wonderful save. Certainly saved a boundary there, Ayan Khan. What a dynamic, athletic, agile fielder. Especially when you're standing at backward point. A full stretch dive.
Beautifully saved. Look at that dying effort. Wonderful effort from Ayan Khan. Absolutely saved the boundary.
Such an outstanding fielder. He's a prized possession to have. For any captain, any team. Bats in that difficult position. Bowls in the difficult position as well. And fields in the difficult position too. Cannot take it away from the young lad.
Well, they are all young players, you know. They had to work hard as they are doing now for the biggest stage which is coming up in a couple of months. All the teams, of course, especially Oman, Alhamdulillah, they have got a very, very good fielding nowadays. I have looking, lot of standards have been come up.
Although I'm so wanting to do Ayan to do justice with his talent. Such a talented player. Swung hard. Will only get a single to Akib Ilya standing at long on. What do you think, Jameel bhai? In my opinion, Ayan Khan is not doing justice to his talent at the moment. He has so much potential. He's so talented. And I feel that he, on a very consistent base, should be picking up those wickets, contributing with runs. I think he's putting in that extra yard which might not be required, just not sticking with basics. Needs to just be a little patient, a little bit calm, and results will follow. Just as Mahendra Singh Dhoni says, it's only a matter of time. Process is important.
This time Nadeem just started out once again. The running between the wicket is really there, dangerously running. But finally getting runs as well. Yes, you're right about Ayan Khan. I mean, he's a very talented player.
Sandeep Gaur. Had to be that man, Sandeep Gaur. Always in the mix of things. The number 26 for Oman. On this occasion, it was the batter who was well inside. But every time you see Sandeep Gaur in the frame, you have to be pushing a little too hard. You never know what he produces. What a ball. Delivery. Mohammad Nadeem is going to be dreaming about this delivery today. It's a perfect delivery to the left-hander. Getting the inside edge, castling the stumps. And Nadeem is going to have a wide smile which shows his entire showcase of teeth.
I could have taken the wicket in the last over. Look at that beautiful delivery, but the player onto the wicket. He came very late onto the ball, got an edge and hit the stumps as well. So finally the second breakthrough for Oman. It is 34 for 2 Namibia.
Slightly out, leg step, slightly out. That's leg step. No, two leg. Okay, sorry.
So
Come in.
finally Nadeem got a wicket he was looking for. He deserved also because the last over he got a couple of edges. Since new man in, it is Friendly
Supposed to come.
who has to come and try to rescue the innings at the moment, tottering at 34 for 2.
My coach, when I was very young, used to tell the bowlers, don't expect the fielders to do you a favor. Do yourself a favor. On this occasion, Nadeem doing it for himself, castling the stumps. What a delivery. Dream delivery to the left-hander. Back of length once again. This is something brilliant from Oman. Nothing is in the arc of the batters, and that's what is making them work hard for it. Let's not take it away. This is a good wicket to bat on. The average score in Oman is somewhere around 160, 165, maybe 170 on good days. But for that, you'll have to work hard, you'll have to bat hard, you'll have to sweat hard, especially considering the conditions. Although the weather is doing a big favor. Overcast conditions here in Oman. Once again, Mohammad Nadeem, the age-old war horse, is producing things when it matters. 8 overs done, 34 for 2, Namibia.
So look at the batting card of Namibia. Kodze bowled by Mohammad Nadeem on 18. Kruger got Naseem bowled Kaleem 2. It is Rasmus batting on 13. And Frilling batting yet to score. It is 34 for 2 Namibia.
One thing is very evident, Jamil Bhai, that most of the batters have come in with the plan. They want to play themselves in. What a wonderful delivery. The young Rafiullah learning from the books of the age-old war horse Mohammad Nadeem. Good length is the area to bowl at.
Beautifully bowled down off the outside the upper stump, moving slightly away from the batter. That's the line and length where the bowlers always trying to get some wickets, asking the batters to put the bat on it, get an edge.
I feel it's the right time for Rakib Ilyas to come into the attack, probably from the Oman tail end. That's gone up. There is a fielder coming underneath it. He's not going to be making it. Fayaz, but the pacer was the fielder there. He's very, very wide, fine leg, almost towards the long leg region. And that's what could have resulted in Erasmus getting attracted towards the fine leg region. Although with the pace of Rafiullah, he was not able to get it fine.
Not at all amazed by the shot Erasmus has played at this stage of the game, where his presence on the wicket definitely will be a booster for the Namibia team.
Welcome to the modern day T20. Jamil, by modern day T20, batters are carefree. Driven on the up beautifully all along the ground, and with the long legs of Kalimullah, it's not going to be able to cut it off. 4 valuable runs to Freiling, and what a way to get off his mark.
Perfect timing, perfect time. Look at that one. Just open the face of the bat, cut the big up cap between the cover and extra cover. Beautiful shot.
Bisecting the gap. Even a protractor wouldn't have been able to do that justice. Using the angles. Once again looking to dive. This is going to be dangerously danger. Freiling. That could have almost been curtains to his innings.
That was unexpected run. Look at that one. Actually, ball came to the wrong hands, but unfortunately it was missed. And one golden chance for Freiling.
He was not even in the frame. He'd given up. No chance whatsoever. One of the fastest fielder on the field. Sandeep Gaur. And he's been a player to watch out for. Pulled. Sandeep Gaur is there in the deep and will keep it down to a single. He's been a sensation to watch out, Sandeep Gaur. Did lift the domestic, what was it, the D10 as a captain. And what a find. He's a thinking cricketer. And that's what brings so much of motivation, inspiration. When you have lifted a trophy as a captain for your domestic side, one of the better sides, one of the longest presence side in Oman. On this occasion,
Played nice.
there was a quick no from Freiling. No thoughts whatsoever. He saw Sandeep Gaur, he said no. So that's end of over number 9, 41 for 2 Namibia.
Right time over. Middle on. Middle on. Let the back you.
So once again change in the bowling. As Pranav was predicted, it is Aqib Ilyas who came back into the attack. Maybe giving some ease to the batters.
I wish it would really mean ease, because in both the games that Aqib has played in the previous encounters, he's been very difficult to predict or pick by the Namibian batters. That's exactly why. That's exactly why it is the captain versus the captain encounter, and Erasmus is going to be walking back. That's a soft dismissal. He wanted to take on Aqib Ilyas as soon as he came into the attack, charging down the wicket and giving the easiest of opportunities to Aqib Ilyas, and he was never going to be missing that. What a wicket. What a time to pick up a wicket. Come into the attack as a walk-in captain and pick up a wicket to your name.
His golden arms is still in there. Look at that one. Very one characteristic shot from Erasmus. Very first delivery, coming down the wicket, not even seeing the ball which is coming. Finally, 3 wickets down, 41 for 3.
Yes, it's time for drinks in the middle, and we'll take a short breather as the drinks are taken.
So look at the batting card, not very impressive at all. Coates 18, Kruger 2, and last one was Erasmus. Very uncharacteristic shot from him, caught bowled by Aqib Ilyas for 15. So struggling, 41 for 3, Namibia at the end of over number 9.
Yes, it's been trouble times for Namibia so far. Aqib Ilyas was just walked into the attack and picked up a wicket of the very first delivery. But prior to that, it was the 4 pacers, Kalimullah, Fayaz, but Mohammad Nadeem and Rafiullah, who kept things tight. Yes, Nadeem and Kalimullah got the wicket apiece in the process. talking about extras, just that one extra, probably it was in terms of a wide by Mohammad Nadeem. But apart from that, it has been very tight from Oman. And that has been the result of those wickets. All in all, the power play did belong to Oman. That's the replay to that wicket. The captain was looking to close the face of the bat towards the onside and pick up a quick single, probably a couple, and dominate the opponent captain, walk-in captain, stand-in captain Aqib Ilyas. And exactly that has resulted in his downfall. Although one man's fail is going to be other man's advantage. It's going to be Green who's come into the center for Namibia.
Well, the man with the golden arm finally got one arm in his hand, taking the prize wicket of Rasmus Cottonbolt.
And he's slowing it down. Does realize that this wicket has some turn to offer. Frylink. Both these left-handers will have a big role to play. They need to be there for at least the 15th, 16th over, so that David Wiese doesn't have to do the build-up job and play a freely game. And that's where Namibia is such a strong side, when David Wiese has the license, the freedom to play.
To the back foot once again, brilliantly fielded by Sandeep God. He's everywhere today. Short cover, deep fine leg, deep mid wicket, everywhere he's there. A prolific all-rounder for Oman. So again on to the back foot. Work for the sweeper to take the ball, return it back to the bowler. So one more run to the end of a very good over from Aqib. It is 10 overs gone. It is 43 for 3 Namibia.
Center, please. That is center. Thank you. Come over. Thank you. Ayan.
So Ayan Khan now starting from the Oman LNG end. The first change brought a wicket for Aqib. Beautifully bowled. Just a quicker one from Ayan Khan, special. Pressure definitely on the batters of the Namibia at the moment.
Ayan Khan happy to fly the delivery at the moment. And Samay Srivastava will cut that off. It's been a while that we've been able to see Ayan Khan with the ball in the series, and he's coming at a crucial time. Do you think it's a good option when both these left-handers are into the play, a left-arm spinner to come into the attack?
Well, the priority for Oman is now to give minimum runs. Whoever bowling according to the plan has to come in and bowl.
So
irrespective. He will be definitely coming up quickly.
They need to get the back of one of these batters to bring Samay Srivastava into the attack, and it's only a matter of time. And to do that, it is the pair of Ayan Khan and Aqib Ilyas in the middle at the moment. Ayan Khan bowling from the Oman LNG end. Shot pulled. There is protection in the deep, and it will be cut down to 1 run for Green there. 4 runs of the over so far, of 5 deliveries. They need to get a move on here. Well bowled. That's brilliantly bowled. Did create a little bit of doubt in Green's mind. End of over number 11, 49 for 3, Namibia.
Akib will continue to bowl the second over. This time pull it into the air.
He's never going to be dropping that. Never going to be dropping that.
Once again, it's Akib Ilyas who is among the wickets. And what a way to get the second wicket. So 4 wicket downs for Namibia, 49 for 4.
Yes, it was trouble times for the batter as soon as Akib flighted the delivery. And 4 wickets down for Namibia. So with that wicket, there'll be 2 players who will be smiling. One is Akib Ilyas, who's got the wicket, and the second one will be Samay Srivastav, standing at deep mid wicket, because a left-hander has been dismissed and it's time for him to come into the attack. And with that, it is going to be Amin Wagle joining me in the com box. Amin, what a time to walk in. 4 wickets down Namibia, 1 shot of a 50. 11 overs have already elapsed and they're in trouble here.
Yeah, well, they'll take this, the Oman team, as well as the captain, Akib Ilyas, and on this occasion, 49 for 4 in 11 overs before the game. If anybody would have told them that against a very good batting lineup of Namibia, he would have taken it with both hands. And he's been the breakthrough bowler here, Akib Ilyas, always in the hunt for wickets, always bowling that and length. And this, on this occasion, taking a catch off his very own bowling. Has that uncanny ability to turn the ball both ways, be it the left-hander or the right-hander. Both are not secure whenever Akib Ilyas is in operation. David Wiese walks out to bat, and he's had a good series with the bat.
What a delivery. Pitching around the off stump, angling away from the right-hander David Wiese. Akib is bowling a gem of a spell here. 1.4 overs, 4 runs, 2 wickets to his name. 2 prized wickets. Right in the middle section. Just when you're looking for wickets. Wouldn't be wrong in saying that these wickets have broken the back of Namibia at the moment. This is the time they would want to accelerate to get to a good total, and that's where they are forced to do a build-up job.
It's a good surface. Something in it for all kind of bowlers, as well as the batters as well. If they apply themselves well, as you will see in the next half of this match, when the Oman batters come out to do their bit. 51 for 4 after 12, Namibia.
Just as we were asking for it, Samay Srivastav has been brought into the attack from the Oman LNG end. And this is going to be test of nerves for Freiling, because He's a quality leg spinner. Has a lot of variations. And this is going to test the skills of the Namibian batsmen.
What's really important here, Samesh Srivastava is a big turner of the ball, and he does that at bowling at quicker speeds as well. Tries for the googly. First up, a little bit of a loose delivery, but Samesh Srivastava is a very, very smart operator out there in the middle. He'll know the kind of deliveries for Freiling. He'll know the kind of deliveries to dish out to the right-hander David Wiese. But what's going to be more interesting is whether the surface has any sort of purchase for him available out there in the middle. And it's something that I've always wanted to know since the start of this game as well, whether that surface has a hint of turn available.
One thing that I can say in favor of Namibia is that it is David Wiese who's in the middle, and he would have seen a lot of wrist spin playing those franchise cricket all around the world. And that's exactly playing it confidently off the back foot. And on the other side, he has the left-hander in terms of Freiling, and that's where Samay would have wanted a wicket more to fall. Reading it well is David Wiese at the moment.
He's asking for a wide there. Probably the umpire thinks that it's brushed off his pads or his jersey. Unhappy. Just a single, trying to get that ball into the right-hander. Has been awfully quiet for Namibia all throughout this innings, all throughout the first 12 overs that they've bowled so far. 54 for 4, and it's something that they would really want to change at this moment.
He's trying to bowl quicker through the air, Samay Srivastava. And that's resulting in those balls going short. Brilliant fielding. A deep square like Sandeep Gaur. The electrifying Sandeep Gaur. There's 2 written all over it, and there's only one that Namibia has got. How quick can you be? Man with some superpowers.
Bowled him, and Samay Srivastava has managed to disturb the woodwork, to disturb the furniture for David Wiese. And what a wicket this is. It's a big wicket, and most certainly Namibia are reeling at the moment.
This is the kind of a ball that you want to bowl when you are making a comeback here. Samay Srivastava, he's going to be having a wide smile on his face. David Wiese, the dangerous David Wiese, is going to be walking back, courtesy of that googly. He might have played a lot of franchise cricket all around the world, but Samay Srivastava is special, and that is what is going to be rotating all around the social media later this evening. David Wiese walks back, courtesy of that googly of Samay Srivastava. 55 for 5. Namibia in a lot of trouble.
कर ली थी जाके बाहर
13 overs done, 55 for 5, and Namibia have just seen David Wiese walking back into the pavilion. Jan Freiling is still there. He's been out there for nearly 2 overs, 12 deliveries and 11 runs, and joining him in the middle is going to be Trumpelman. They'll need to dig themselves out and post a respectable total. I think the toss was crucial today, and now Kapilia's getting it right.
So 1 run, and now you will be able to see 2 leg spinners in operation. Arkabilias, the leg spinner, will be joining the likes of Samay Srivastava, and that'll be a big smile on their face.
It's probably going to be the last over for Arkabilias. You've also got Ayan Khan, who bowled 1 over, and he did well in that 1 over that he had bowled. So it would be only be fair that everybody in that bowling attack, everybody in that squad get a decent outing.
I doubt that's going to be happening. With the way Akabilas is bowling at the moment, the captain wouldn't want to leave the ball from the Oman end without completing his quota. 2.2, 6 for 2. That's impacted straight on the shin. Looks, he's a strong lad. Looks fine.
It's always painful to get hit on the shin, right on the bone. For a couple of seconds, you would always be wondering whether you can walk or not after that.
They're not reading. They're not reading the leg spinners at the moment. It all started with David Wiese and the man who is known for his left arm pace, Trumpelman, is trying to read the spin of Archibilias, swinging the bat and hoping the ball connects the bat is Trumpelman at the moment. This is something that Namibia is going to be facing against the likes of Oman. The quality spin attack that Oman possesses. Once again, trying to read the ball from the pitch. This is never going to be a good idea. 14 overs done, 56 for 5. Just one run from the Archibilias over.
Success in the previous over, and Samesh Srivastava will obviously be wanting to bowl more, to go at the batters. Plenty of different sort of deliveries in his armory. Opts for the leg break on this occasion. With the left-hander on strike, you should be expecting a few of those quicker googlies that he has in him.
The one to watch out is going to be the flipper to the left-hander. Especially because they're not reading him at the moment. Much of an exaggerated appeal from the wicketkeeper. No movement from the batter whatsoever. Always inside the crease.
What this also proves is that if the bowler is willing to toss it up, to give it a little bit of tweak, there's some decent amount of turn on offer today on this particular deck. And it's always exciting to watch in a T20 competition.
I think otherwise, I mean, it's not one of those wickets which turns a lot. It is Samesh Srivastava who turns a great deal on any kind of surface. Even if you make him bowl on a cemented track, he's still going to turn the ball a lot.
Been a while, we bowled on a cemented track once upon a time. Not too long ago, Oman possessed similar sort of cement tracks.
It's a dream come true. Courtesy Oman Cricket. All the hard work they've put in. Interesting field. Slip and a leg slip for the right-handed Trumpelman.
There were appeals for all modes of dismissal out here for this delivery. There was an appeal for an LBW. Naseem Khushi was excited of getting a stumping. Samesh Srivastava might have thought he wanted a catch at least.
Everything happened in that delivery. When you don't read the spinner, sweep. That's exactly what Trumpelman is trying to do. Get some bat off bat. Much better. From the middle of the bat on this occasion, looking to sweep Samesh Srivastava just because he's not able to read him. 15 overs done. 61 for 5 Namibia.
Aqib Ilyas from the Oman end will continue into his last over of the spell, giving himself maximum opportunity. Played it back onto his pads, no run here. And what Oman has done really well is, apart from bowling those excellent line and lengths, always asking the batters, the Namibian batters, the interesting questions, they've also managed to keep the scoring rate down, and that's always going to be playing a huge part on their minds. At the same time, unable to decide what sort of shot to play or shot to offer to a bowler who's bowling an off spin for starters and then switches to leg break.
No answer whatsoever at the moment from Namibia to the quality spin of Oman. Look at those figures, conceding less than 2 runs per over. And that is the wide arm action. A Kedar Jadhav.
Never shy to try out new things, Aqib Ilyas. And it's really impressive that he's managing to do that successfully. Once again going down on one knee, just trying to sweep that. Another boundary to Trumpelman. And this is now going to take a little bit of controlling to be done.
At the moment, it looks as if even if you have 5 fielders at sweep, Trumpelman is still going to be sweeping the leg spinner. And it's been working for him at the moment. A boundary to sweep of Samay and a boundary to sweep of Aqib as well now.
A little bit too much here from Aqib Ilyas now. He'll need to just rectify and get that last delivery of his spell in order. Lighter delivery, catch it is the call, but no, I think it's going to be just bouncing short of Khalid Kale, the substitute fielder. End of a very, very impressive spell. 4 overs, 13 for 2 wickets. Aqib Ilyas, the captain, stepping up to the plate. Namibia are 68 for the loss of 5 wickets after 16.
With that, Kalimullah will come into the attack from the Oman LNG end. Just a couple of overs for Samay Srivastava. And this will be a sigh of relief for Trumpelman, who was not able to read the leg spinners.
I believe that's a good plot here. Aqib Ilyas bowling in from the Oman end was managing to get quite a bit of turn and bounce as well. Was always asking the difficult questions, and now Kalimullah being used for that one final over of his spell to try and mix things up a bit. Punch down the ground, that's like a tracer bullet towards the long off boundary. So what a brilliant shot from Trumpelman, dealing in boundaries at the moment.
This is something that you're going to be getting from Trumpelman as soon as Kalimullah comes into the attack, because it's a much easier sign to get after the pacer than the leg spinner whom you are not able to read. This was a juicy full toss and it was begging to be put away, and that's exactly what Trumpelman has done. The power of Trumpelman comes into play. Moving on to 72 is Namibia. How much can they get? They would want to get something in excess of 128 at the least.
Back of the hand delivery. This time punch down the ground. Read that well. Trumpelman knows, very well knows that he's not going to take his chances out there, already reeling under quite a bit of pressure after the fall of 5 wickets. 73 is certainly not a decent score. From here onwards, they would want to fancy going after the bowlers and not putting much of value on their wickets at the moment. At the end of the day, crossing the 3-figure mark is going to be a huge psychological advantage. On the other hand, Oman will want them to stay under that 3-figure mark and head for an early iftar. Full wide outside the off stump. Kalimullah is a skilled operator. Freiling the left-hander and Trumpelman the right-hander. Next over, it would be interesting to see if Samesh Srivastav gets the Oman tail end to continue his trade. Once again, another back of the hand delivery, punched towards the offside. Jatinder Singh will ensure that it's only kept down to a minimum. A single conceded. Joining me in the com box, of course, is Shoaib Ahmed. 74 for 5. Certainly under an immense pressure situation, both these two batters.
Well, yes, sir. Thank you, Amin. The bowling has been perfect from Oman. They'll be very happy with the way the bowlers have responded. The lengths have been great. The pressure has been on. Slower delivery from Kalimullah. And they've also made sure that they use that variation, changing their pace and line and length and keeping the batters on their toes.
Absolutely. The Oman bowlers have managed to ply their trade, to use their skill to maximum effect this afternoon. Especially the slower bowlers in terms of Aqib Ilyas, Samesh Srivastav, even Ayan Khan for that brief period. Into the block hole, drilled down the ground. It's going to be only a single. And another impressive over here. Although a few runs off it. 7 to be precise. 75 for 5 after 70, Namibia.
.75 for 5 after 17 overs. 3 more overs to go. Fayaz Butt comes in to bowl from the Oman tail end. And Jamil Zaidi comes in the com box to join me. Good afternoon, sir.
Thank you, Shoaib.
Fayaz Butt. Oh, an under edge. Unlucky. But Namibia won't mind that. Trumpelman gets enough bat and is lucky to get that gap and get 4 runs to his name.
Bottom edge, that's the runs which is required at the moment for Namibia. Very dismal, very unprofessional sort of batting lineup from Namibia. And all credit goes to the Omani bowlers as well. Shoaib, absolute brilliant bowling, spot on. Fielding placement is excellent.
Yes, right from the toss, everything has gone Oman's way. Won the toss, decided to bowl first, and have just been phenomenal with the ball. Slower, shorter delivery and nicely pulled to perfection. A flat batted shot and gets 4 runs. So back-to-back boundaries for Trumpelman.
Of course, I think this is the best part of the Namibia batting so far we have seen. Look at that, sharply shot, pulled beautifully, perfect timings over the mid-wicket for a brilliant 4. With the passage of time, the wickets falling, the lower part of the Namibia batting is coming up. They might have given them some hope that they have to come in this situation where they are at the moment.
Nicely played in the gap. Trumpelman has looked good. He's been a good all-rounder for Namibia and he's been the find of the tournament so far. Jamil sir?
Of course, yes. He's bowled brilliantly after coming back from the long arm. And he's in perfect shape, fully fit, as is to be. Got 3 wickets in the very first match he has played. And from then on, he's carrying on from where he left in the first match.
Decent partnership this between the two, Freiling and Trumpelman. A left-hand, right-hand combination. They are still well below par. Struggling at the moment, Namibia, but this is a very important partnership in the context of the game. Played towards long on. They're looking for 2. Ayan Khan won't allow that. So another run added to the total.
Well, every run coming from at this stage will definitely give some confidence for Namibia to come back, though the total's not that much good at all. Even in the last 2 matches being played, 109 for Oman, 137 for Oman, it is very difficult for both the teams to chase those totals, low totals.
Oh, beautifully driven again. A little full from Fayaz and nicely played for a single by Trumpelman. What do you think is the reason, Jamil sir? Because we've seen the wicket, they seem to be very conducive for batting. The grounds, we know, we've seen a lot of domestic matches, 170, 180 has been a par score. But what do you think is the reason that teams are struggling to score runs in the first innings?
All depend upon the batters. They're not picking the right shot at the right moments. Reckless shots, that has been the reason why both of the teams not getting the total what we were expecting, 150, 160.
Oh, that's well done. Very well done. Good cricketing shot from Freiling. Just opening the face of the bat, using the pace on offer and getting 4 runs to his name. Ends the over with a boundary after 18 overs. Namibia are 90 for 5.
Pick one. Thank you. Right up over. Yeah.
So 15 run over from Fayaz Ahmed. And now it's Nadeem who's coming to bowl from the Oman LNG end. He's been like a death bowler, Jamil sir, for Oman. Does like to enjoy bowling in the death.
Yes, of course, and always coming up also. That's the only good reason he's been brought into the late stage part of the game. Beautifully played once again out towards the deep long on for a single. The exposure to the lower order batter always good for the teams who are losing wickets in the early part of the game.
Yeah, this is an opportunity for Freiling and Trumpelman to bring Namibia to a decent score. We saw 120, 130 odd runs. Not easy, have not been easy to score runs. For some reason, very mysterious. We're still trying to decode that. But yeah, that seems to be the trend. 130 seems to be a very good score on this wicket. Still too far away from that target, Namibia. With 11 balls to go, how many more can they fetch? Slower delivery. Good variation again from Nadeem. Tell us a little bit about Nadeem and how good he is. Jamil sir, you've been watching him closely for a number of years.
He developed himself and a very, very keen all-rounder, dependable batter and a very good bowler, apart from a brilliant fielder as well. At this stage of the game where he is about or more touching the 40, keeping the fitness is absolutely his own. He's trying hard, trying to do everything possible which is in his way to come. That's the reason why he's still in the team.
Another slower delivery, just rolling his fingers over the ball. And Trumpelman was beaten by the lack of pace from Nadeem. A good delivery again. And a good over so far, just 2 runs in the 3 balls that he's bowled.
He's very serious, very rarely saw him smiling, always concentrating on his bowling and batting as well.
Edged and taken by Naseem. So that quicker delivery after 2 consecutive dot balls has worked and worked wonders for Nadeem. Just outplaying Trumpelman on that occasion. Quick, gets the edge, and Naseem Khurshid does the rest.
Well, once again, but you can so irresponsible in knock from him. He played well, but last two deliveries trying to play onto the offside. Look at that one, got the bottom edge, and were easily taken by Naseem. So the wicket number 6 is down for Namibia, 92 for 6. Very successful over so far from Nadeem. Got the wicket of Trumpelman. Is Schultz now coming? How many runs you believe the rest of about, say, how many? 10, 8 deliveries left.
Well, sir, with the new batter in, I think anything around 8 to 10 runs is what Oman will be happy to give. Lesser the better. Played in the air and in the gap for a single, and we don't know if they can actually accelerate right from ball number 1. We know Scholz can bat. He did show us what he can do in the previous game. Was there, gave a decent contribution towards the Namibian batting lineup, but it's not going to be easy. So I think Oman, if they can restrict Namibia to anything less than 105, they'll be very happy.
Of course, any lower target for any team will always be good to chase on. And here all credit goes to the Mani bowlers and Akip's captaincy as well. Tried to block into the block hole. Once again, it is Sandeep who stopped the ball. End of over number 19. It is 94 for 6 Namibia.
हाँ पीछे चले जाओ
Fayaz but to bowl the last over, penultimate over of the innings. Onto the back foot, pulled it away, straight into the waiting hands of Wilder mid-wicket. So, wicket number 7.
Yes, and an important wicket. It was the man who was set, Freiling, was looking to accelerate, doesn't get the connection right, finds Ayan Khan at long on, who doesn't miss and takes a very simple catch. So, wicket number 7, as this is the way he got out, hit it straight to Ayan Khan. Very watchful, very safe pair of hands. Enjoyed that catch, and why not? 94 for 7.
Ayan, rolling, can you tell me now? So you can inform them. 7, high, low. Low, 7.
So wickets are falling on the regular intervals for Namibia. Bearing few, nobody is standing on to get some good total on the board. It is only 94 runs, about 5 balls to go to end the 20 overs slot.
Beautifully bowled. Great delivery. And he's got another wicket. Absolutely wonderful. Gets that Yorker right. Some movement in the air as well. And Lesher, well, you have to feel for him. That was a very good ball to be facing as your first delivery.
Absolutely. Look at that one. Moved into there. A perfect Yorker at the dead stage. And his comeback is remarkable after a 5-6 month layoff. So wicket number 8 gone. It is 94 for 8, Namibia.
Babu. Yeah. 4 to come. Yeah, okay. 2 leg. That's the middle. 2 leg, out. Yeah, that's 2 leg. 4 balls to come.
Chikongo is the new man in. And heroics, maybe another 4 deliveries, couple of boundaries might add some good total for the Namibia. Fayaz, but is on fire.
He's on a hat-trick. Oh, gets it on the stumps. Chikongo does well to place it in the gap. Will be a single and he'll evade or deny Fayaz his hat-trick. Just 95 on the board. What a performance this is from the Omani bowlers.
Middle, yeah.
Absolutely brilliant. Each and everyone has done his part. Fast bowlers, Kalimullah, Fiyaz Bhatt, Samir Srivastava, Akib Ilyas, Nadeem.
Slower delivery from Fayaz, a direct hit. Oh no, misses it. And that allows them for another run.
He was given up. We thought he's gone, but finally missed the stumps. Look at that one. He has given up right from the way halfway through, giving all the opportunity for Fayaz to hit the wicket.
Fayaz missing his aim from a very close range, point blank almost. And he had 3 stumps to aim, but couldn't get it, and they take 2 runs. Quick, full, and between the bat and the pads of Schultz. Excellent delivery. Again, aiming for that Yorker there, Jamil Bhai.
I am really impressed the comeback of Fiyaz, but right from the first match he played, he looks to be in absolute brilliant shape as he was before. And moreover, his concentration, his bowling within the wickets, not trying to generate pace is also a happy sign.
Hit straight down the ground, beats Ayan Khan. Good effort, but not good enough from Ayan, and 4 runs, important runs for Namibia as they cross the triple figure mark. 101 on the board on the last ball of the over. Scholes has managed to find a gap and he's hit that straight down the ground. Let's look at that again. Nicely done on the back foot, and Ayan was too far away from that ball.
So 101 for 8 in 20 overs, not a very good total. Batters have not done their job well. Unlikely, as Namibia is always have long batting lineup, but unfortunately it fell down because some absolute bowling from Oman.
Yes, let's look at that batting card of Namibia. 18, 15, 22 and 26. 26 being the highest score tells you a story of how Namibia have managed to struggle in the first innings. 101 is what they could muster, and it has been a phenomenal bowling performance from the Omani bowlers.
Yeah, absolutely. Their efforts are totally immaculate. Look at the rise from the Kalimullah. He got 1 wicket. It was Fayaz Bhatt got 2 for 28. Nadeem 2 for 16. Akib Ilyas 2 for 13 and Samir Srivastava 1 for 9. 101 for 8 20 overs, 3 extras. Not a very good sign from Namibia. as they have been playing so many cricket throughout the years compared to Oman. And it's all credit goes to Omani bowlers.
Now let's look at the highlights of the first innings then. Kalimullah has got this habit of taking a wicket early in the spell. He did that today as well. Some resilience shown in the middle order, but it was always the bowlers of Oman who were able to make sure that they keep the pressure on. Nadeem was phenomenal first in his 2 overs that he bowled up front, and then in the death as well, came out strongly. Freiling was the only one who could just hold that one end up, but the wickets kept falling and tumbling from the other end. Aqib Ilyas, Samay Srivastav, all of them, the spinners were able to put pressure on the Namibian bowlers, and they had no answers to the spin of Samay Srivastav and Aqib Ilyas. Yes, there was some boundaries that came from the bat of Trumpelman, who looked good again. Won't be surprised if he's given some more responsibility. Played with a lot of maturity and experience, and Freiling with him gave him good company, but it was the dot balls and the pressure in the end that just took a toll on the batters of Namibia, and that was the last wicket that fell straight to Ayan Khan. And the last ball of that last over, in fact, from Fayaz was really good. Got 2 wickets back to back, was on a hat trick, and the last ball was hit for a 4. So 101 is what they've managed to get. Oman will bring up that run chase in the second innings, and that will be after a short break. So stay tuned.
Hel. Hel. Hmm.
Welcome back after that short break. Rather, half of the game has been done and dusted away. 20 overs, and Namibia were put in to bat. JP Kotze 18, Gerard Erasmus, the captain, 15, Jan Freilink 22 of 28, and Ruben Trumpelman 26, and that's pretty much it. Otherwise, all the other batters struggled on this wicket here at the Oman Cricket Academy. From their 20 overs, they could not manage much. 101 for 8 as a matter of fact, whereas that's the bowling card. Kalimullah picked up a wicket, Fayaz Bhatt picked up 2, and so did Mohammad Nadeem Bali. He picked up 2. Aqib Ilyas was the pick of the bowlers, bowled his full spell of 4 overs, 2 for 13, excellent economy rate, and Samay Srivastav had that couple of overs where he took the prized wicket of David Wiese. 3 extras only in those 20 overs, 101 for 8, which would mean that the Oman batters need 102 in their allotted 20 overs. Joining me in the comm box is Pranav Mehta. What do you say about that first half effort here from both Oman as well as Namibia?
Thank you so much, Amin. Certainly, Oman would fancy their chances to be one up than Namibia in this 5-match series, which stands at level. It's a prime opportunity. Just 102 to chase. And to walk them into the chase, it's going to be Naseem who's going to be opening the bat. And he's going to start in style. 2 runs to his name immediately.
Starting for Namibia is, of course, the pick of their bowlers all throughout the series, Lungamini. And what a series he's been having, picking up wickets at the right time. Partnering Naseem Khushi is going to be Jatinder Singh. Now Naseem Khushi has got a game today, and so has Jatinder Singh, so a fresh approach here for Oman in trying and sorting out that opening slot. Of course, Pratik Atavale and Kashyap Kumar Prajapati have been doing exceedingly well so far.
Would love to see a little bit of intent from Naseem. He's known for his power hitting skills. He's a strong lad.
And that's pretty much the way 20-over cricket has been played all over the world. Now Naseem Khushi has got the license to play the big shots. The score that is asked of these Oman batters, asked to chase, is not that high. So that would probably give him some sort of use there. And straight away, innovation is on offer by Naseem Khushi. Goes low, goes down, and make sure he gets a little bit of ramp on that posture to ensure that the ball is deposited for 4.
This is incredible cricket from Naseem Khushi. Intent was something that we were looking forward to, and he is providing it. Playing the paddle to the pace of the bowler who's been standout for Namibia, Lungamini. And this is impressive cricket. Very good from Naseem Khushi. He needs to keep continuing doing this. Now what you get with Naseem Khushi is that if he's there for probably 5 to 6 overs, and especially in these kind of games where you're chasing 100, 120, 130, the game is done and dusted for the opponent with his intent. On other occasions, if it's not his day, he could make a mess of it. At the moment, he's looking to be the man to watch out for. And along with him is Jatinder Singh, obviously. Inside edge to the fielder at mid-wicket. I mean, what do you expect from Jatinder Singh? Yes, he was out from injury for a very long time, did make a comeback. He's not got a lot of runs to his name. What are you looking forward to? Chasing 102, Oman.
Chasing 102, you certainly want Jatinder Singh to spend as much time as possible out there in the crease, try to get the ball in the middle of the bat, get a good feel of competitive cricket, what competitive international cricket feels like at the moment.
Yes, if he can get to 50 or 50, that would do a lot of justice to him. End of over number 1, 7 for no loss, Oman.
That's middle. That's leg stump.
So it'll be Naseem Khushi facing the likes of the very experienced David Wiese. Every time there is pressure on this Namibian side, they look up towards Naseem Khushi. That is the wicket they are looking forward to. Because if they don't have his back, it's going to hurt them. That's exactly what he's capable of doing. This is what he is sent to do. A maximum over mid-wicket. And it is against the likes of David Wiese, dancing down the wicket to start off with and connecting it. The power of Naseem Khushi is on offer.
Welcome to the match. David Wiese with the ball in hand tries to bowl a short one, but Naseem Khushi charging down the track and negating that short ball and converting it into a big maximum here. So intentions are clear. Naseem Khushi wants to make this opportunity count at the moment.
He is a very lethal batter when he is looking to attack. Can make the best of bowlers look very ordinary. Such is the talent of Naseem Khushi. And that's exactly what is expected out of him, to keep consistently attacking.
Now what's David Wiese got on offer? He's already been dispatched for a maximum. Another maximum is the answer. It's high, it's mighty, and of course it's dispatched out of the ground. A little bit of exercise here for the former sports teacher, Hari. The umpire today on this occasion, Naseem Khushi, is making intentions absolutely crystal clear.
What an incredible strike from Naseem Khushi. Definitely a 100-yard six. Right from the meat of the bat. And he enjoyed it. Certainly enjoyed it. That ball did travel a long way. Kept going. And that was some brilliant camera work from our cameraman. Need to give a big shout out to our production crew who's been working day in, day out to bring you these wonderful visuals.
Absolutely. He followed the ball all throughout, right out of the ground. And I think that those are some stunning visuals here. Always exciting. David Wiese under pressure. Nearly gets the better of Naseem Khushi. Now it's just a test of temperament, whether he goes for more such flashy shots or does he just put his head down and grind out the rest of the over because most of the scoring's done.
He just needs to keep going, in my opinion. Just needs to keep going. The fielders are no match to his power. Yes, this is a 70-yard boundary, but if he can connect one, it is always going to be traveling. In the block hole, flicked, bisecting both the fielders. They're going to be pushing for the second and getting it easily.
Good placement there from Naseem Kushi. Just showcasing the repertoire of shots that he has in his arsenal. Of course, we do know that he's got those long levers. He's a very powerful player out there in the center.
I mean, what do you do from here? Look at spinners. You don't have a lot on the board to defend.
A little bit of mix up there. Eventually, that last ball of the over just leading to a single. So Naseem Kushi will keep strike in the next over as well. End of a very expensive over. 15 runs from David Wiese. 22 for no loss. Lungamini to continue from the Oman LNG end. 7 runs of his first over. And certainly Naseem Kushi was wanting to dispatch Lungamini out of the ground once again, right into that car park of the Oman Cricket Academy.
Where's your car parked? I mean, anywhere in the danger area? Because that's what he's looking to target, the car park.
Well, I've been in the com box for far too long to understand that not to park the cars in certain areas at the Oman Cricket Academy. Inside edge, gonna get just a single for Naseem Kushi.
Have you been impacted by one of those shots from any of the batters?
There was one that came dangerously close, but I've been safe so far.
There was one of these balls which impacted my car. It was Shoaib who was commenting at that time in the D series. And I had my heart in my mouth till I could find my car in a safe condition. So Lungamini continues. Trying to do something similar to what Naseem Kushi is doing, but using the elegance at the last moment to make sure that Jatinder Singh gets off the mark with a boundary.
Tell you what, that's a shot and a half here. Once again, a little bit of a half tracker and dissecting, or rather, just placing it beautifully in between those two fielders on the offside. And you can't get a better shot than this to get your first boundary for Oman in this match. It's a good start here for Jatinder Singh. This time down the ground, wanting to rotate, strike, and Jatinder Singh is quick between the wickets. He's a fit lad, agile, and he'll get that single.
So it is these Oman batters, the experienced Jatinder Singh and Naseem Kushi. Both of them have been around for a very long time, showcasing it to the Namibian batters on how the power play needs to be approached. Positive intent, attacking spirit, and that's what is on showcase at the moment against the bowler who has been the pick of the bowler in this tournament. Looking to swing at everything that is in and around him, Naseem Kushi. It's a good idea. If it's from the middle of the bat, it goes downtown. If it's off the edge, it might fly over the third fielder, probably for runs.
Having seen Naseem Kushi in the domestic season and into that opening slot for far too many matches, is just one thing that I'm not in favor of, is that batting position. That opening slot is not made for Naseem Kushi at the moment. What even his previous successes for the national side have been in the middle order, in the late middle order, and he's very much capable of pulling victories, clutch victories out of nowhere.
The swing is troubling him at the moment, and it is justifying the point that you have put forward. 3 overs done, 28 for no loss, Oman.
Three overs done, 28 for no loss, and in comes the first change for the Namibians. The experienced Trumpelman has been now introduced into the attack, and it's all because of that one big over by Naseem Khushi of David Wiese. Jatinder Singh on strike.
That was beautifully struck, right from the middle of the bat. The sound of the bat. Although it's going to be restricted at short covers. Coming back to your point, something that Naseem Khushi brings to the table is that power game. Unpredictability. He does play a few of those cheeky shots. Looking to capitalize as Jatinder Singh at the moment. And that is where Naseem Khushi is being tried and tested. Yes, I'm a big fan of Kashyap Kumar Prajapati, and I've liked what I've seen in Pratik Athavale as well. And they have provided some very good stable opening partnerships. But then there's no harm having backup options in terms of Naseem Khushi.
From what I've seen of Naseem Khushi, you do not need to use him as a backup option. He's more than able batter to bat in the middle order. Wide delivery here, a little wayward Trumpelman. He's certainly looking to bend his back quite a bit, especially when Jatinder Singh is on strike. So coming back to the topic of Naseem Khushi, he is a more than able batter to reinforce that good middle order attack that they have. Whereas at top of the order, they do have Kashyap Kumar Prajapati, who has to be probably the first choice opener for the Oman side. Catch it is a call, and that's been a brilliant effort by the keeper.
I'm not too sure whether it was put down or was it of the thigh pad.
Let's have a look at that. Certainly looked very close. Heavy swing on offer by Trumpelman.
It is the elbow impacting the ground that helped release the catch of Jatinder Singh. When you see Jatinder Singh in his prime form, what you're going to be getting with Jatinder Singh is the full face of the bat. He loves to play straighter, get those singles and odd boundaries on the offside as well. And very rarely you would see him closing the face of the bat. And now that he's fighting his form back, you would see him closing the face of the bat very often. That's what form can do.
This time a bump ball here, and umpire not really happy here.
Believe that could have been a wide to Kalimullah as well. That's how high it was.
Not to forget, Naseem Khushi is a tall man himself. Kalimullah, Naseem Khushi. It's a tall order, this Oman side.
Nothing in comparison to Kalimullah. You cannot take it away from Kalimullah. He's one of the tallest in Oman. The lineup, I mean.
Poor ball, poor ball.
Struck and struck hard. It was a full toss there. And the power of Naseem Khushi comes into play immediately. He was looking for something in his arc, and this was a gift wrapped.
Yeah, absolutely. Full toss, wide outside the off stump. He's lucky that Naseem Khushi has not deposited straight out of the park for 6. A boundary will do at the moment. It's been comparatively decent effort here from Trumpelman in this particular over. And it's just because the previous 3 overs in this inning so far have gone for plenty. Immediately there's been a little bit of shake-up in the field settings as well. Coming back sharply into the right-hander. Naseem Khushi takes a single, will keep strike. He's been hogging strike ever since this innings has started. So at the end of 4 overs, 36 for no loss Oman.
Down the leg side, it is Davis Visa, who has been hit brilliantly in the first over from Naseem Khushi. The intents are absolutely showing from the Oman batters, and Shoaib Ahmed joining me in the com box.
Well, thank you, Jamil sir. Yeah, it was an expensive first over from Visa, and now he's been given another chance to bowl in the power play. Naseem is looking good out there in the middle. Slower delivery, nice change of pace from David Visa. He's an experienced campaigner. He knows how to make a comeback.
A man who has tested all the international franchises in the world, knows how to bowl and how to use his bowling crucial stages of the game, though the total is not that much where he can defend, but still he's trying to use his experience.
Oh, that's in the air and will just go over the ropes. Was there for a long time, a ball that was in the slot for Naseem. He was very watchful, waited for it and launched it towards the side screen for 6.
Well, absolutely brilliant. This is the first time I'm seeing so much confident. Look at that one. Just use the long reach he has got from the middle of the bat over the long off boundary for a massive 6.
Nicely connected. And now he plays it for a single. Looks like a very different Naseem Khushi. Has been watchful. That is the main difference that we can highlight here. Normally, once he gets going, he'll just want to smack every ball out of the park. But today, he's playing on merit. He's watching the ball and then deciding on his shots. So
spot on. Yes, absolutely. You are right. It's not slog. It is pure clinical cricket shot.
Clinical is the operative word. Hope we don't jinx it. Clipped away for a single by Jatinder Singh, who's very happy to just rotate strike, and that should be the ideal way.
I think good time for Jatinder Singh to come back with his confidence, with his batting, for which he's been in the team for so many years. But unfortunately, he's not among the runs for so many years. Imagine as well. So time for him to come back again with a good solid performance.
Oh, beautifully driven. An excellent field effort at mid-off. I think it was Lungamini with that brilliant save. Certain boundary stopped and will be a dot ball to end the over. 5 overs gone. Oman 45 for no loss.
हेलमेट अभी चेंज कर रहा है
Barry? Yes, yes. Yes. Yes.
So Naseem Khushi looks in commendable form at the moment. Brilliant display. 21 balls, 36 runs, with a couple of 6s and 4s. It's Schultz brought in to stop the flow of runs from Naseem's bat.
Quicker, flatter to start from Schultz. Hit straight to mid-off. Rather covers, beg your pardon. I'll be looking to go big now against Schultz. Any
flight offered and he'll go big. Big sweep. Not out, says the umpire, and rightly so. The impact was outside off. Hari Prashant not interested. Hari Krishna. Beg your pardon.
Look at that one. He's tried to sweep once again outside the upper stump. Jatinder, everybody looking for him to get some runs on the board for himself and for the team as well. Schultz so far bowled well, keeping the batters quiet. Once again, it was a good delivery onto the onside. Jatinder does not timed it well, topped into the air for a couple of seconds.
Catch is the call. Yes, a few fumbles and finally he takes it. So Jatinder Singh will have to walk back and Namibia get their first wicket.
His feet, 1, 2, 3. Finally, he got it out. And so Jatinder back into the dugout once again. To 46 for 1 Oman.
Obviously, daai's maar wat intent doen op 'n game, né? Staan sien toe roeps wat om toe daai braal bat dit spat die game oop. Wel dan as ons beide gebly het, ek dink dit is glad nie maklik om daai tipe te defend. Kom ons kry net 'n bietjie shambles in hierdie game. Wil ek nog iets sê van daai kant af?
In came the captain, Akib Ilyas, who bowled extremely well. Got 2 of 13. One thing, Shoaib, I always admire from ICC and ACC, as and when the T20s World Cups are coming, they are giving ample chances for the associate members to get going with a lot of matches, like we have been Namibia, and then afterwards it will be Asia qualifier. It really gives and boosts the confidence of the teams and finding out the teams better as well.
Well, I couldn't agree more with you, Jameel. So the last few years for associate cricket has been very good. That's a very good shot from Akib Ilyas. Swept and swept well. And he'll get 4 runs to his name. What a way to get off the mark.
Well, it was a poor delivery down the leg side and equally nicely placed by Akib Ilyas for a sweep. Look at that one, how easy it was, right from the meat of the bat. No fielder backing it up. So 4 more runs to the total and 4 more to Akib Ilyas. And it's the 50 for Oman as well.
Yeah, 15, just the 6th over. 1 more ball to go. Oh, that was an edge. No slip in place. Some turn for Scholes. He's going for the second Akib and will complete it in the end. So, end of the 6th over. With 6 overs done, the power play overs completed. It's 52 for 1.
Barry gaan aan nog kant. Dink Dave, Zayn, wat dink julle, Janas of Dilly? Ek dink dalk net kan Dilly daai wegskyp kry vir die ou. Jana. Kyk op Jan. Kan jy eers terug gaan vir my? Sorry Dilly, bring dit los want jy gaan dit speel. Ja. Let's come over, okay? Let's come over. Right? Yes. Only chase left arm over.
So, filing back into the attack now from the other end of the successful 1 over from Schultz. Got wicket of Frelink now back into the attack. Let us see what he's going to do. So all out a spin attack now.
6 overs, 52 for 1. 50 more needed in 84 balls. Easy equation there. Naseem Khushi looking solid out there in the middle. 36 on the board for him.
Very good going for Naseem Khushi this time. Playing the balls on the merit. Briefed ball into the wickets by Link. And Naseem Khushi, very rarely you saw him missing the balls, not getting runs on each and every ball. This time he looks to be more confident after seeing that couple of mighty 6s and 4s.
That's in the air, and that will go on to the second tier of the Oman Cricket Academy building. Naseem Khushi said he's had enough. 2 dot balls and then he goes big, and Frylink has been taken for 6 runs.
Should be an effortless one right from the middle of the bat over the Oman Cricket Academy building. He's so lethal, so dangerous when he's coming to hit the balls, and today a day for him to come up. 42 of just 26 deliveries.
Was not a part of the playing 11 for the first 2 T20 internationals. Was given a chance today, and he's taken and grabbed that opportunity with both hands and a bat. 42 of 26, almost striking at 200 and over.
It's always good when you do have some good backups in your dugout, in every sense, whether in bowling or the batter. The one who is not coming up, try to get chance and then try to show that yes, he is also capable of doing so. That's what Naseem has done today. The Pratik also not well. He also did well.
Yes, they've got quite a few options now for them to play around with, especially in the top order batters. This one's been sliced in the air towards deep third. They take 2 more.
Well, things going very well in the favor of Oman at the moment. First they restricted Namibia to 101 with some excellent bowling. And now it's Naseem Khushi who's taking the cue as far as the batters are concerned.
Played in the gap. Should be 2. No, will be just a single. Good fielding effort by Scholz.
I think Namibia must have to look back about their batting. Sit with the coaches and the officials that where they're lacking, the batters where they're faulting. So come up good in the next match. On to the onside, played it out towards the short square leg for a single. So end of over number 7, it is 62 for 1 Oman. .62 for 1, still requiring 14 runs in 78 balls at a very minimal rate of 3.08 and over. Played it out towards the long on for a single for Akib. He knows that Naseem Khushi looks to be in great touch, so he's giving him more chance to come up with some more mighty 6s and 4s.
Yeah, just rotating the strike well. Akib Ilyas. Nicely bowled, yes, no. And in the end, no damage done. They have to be very sure about running between the wickets. The calling has to be good. You can't afford to lose a wicket now. In a very comfortable position, should hold that.
Sure, they got a wicket in the last over. This was once again a straighter one. Tried to bowl in the wickets. Batsman might be thinking the ball is turning a bit, but it's coming straight. Once again, the similar ball, and it is over the head of the bowler. Long way for the fielder to come and pick up the ball from the boundary line. So 2 runs being taken. Naseem Khushi just short of 3 runs of his well-deserved, well-manned 50.
Again, nicely bowled by Scholes. He's bowling well. Another over comes to an end. 8 overs bowled. It's 65 for 1.
Right arm over. Next up.
So it's going to be change in bowling. Leisha will be coming in from the Oman LNG end, and with that there is going to be change in voices. It's going to be myself, Pranav Mehta, and alongside me it's going to be Amin Wagle for the next 4 overs. Need a wicket here. Wickets are the only way ahead for Namibia. If they want to make a match out of this, they need wickets. Not just 1, 2, maybe 3 or 4 together. With the likes of Aqib Ilyas and Naseem Khushi, this is going to be completed very quickly if they don't see their back soon.
Well, the task certainly been made much easier due to that early onslaught that Naseem Khushi got onto. And from here onwards, all that's going to be on the minds of the Oman batters is to spend as much time out there in the crease, trying to get back every ounce of confidence into their form, because today has been a different sort of an onslaught. Electing to bowl first, so backing the captain's decision fair and square, and then after that coming out to bat and performing in a way.
So want to see Naseem Khushi get to his 50-run mark with the maximum. Likes to play in that manner, take on the bowler, take on the field. It does not matter what the field is, the power of Naseem Khushi is always looking to clear it, and want to see that intent in crucial situations as well. It'll be so important, not just for him but for the team as well. Confidence. Shot and pulled straight towards long on for a single. He'll be happy to do that, the captain, the stand-in captain, Aqib Ilyas.
Agree. And Aqib Ilyas has delivered with the ball, made sure that he put in a prime performance, and has possibly posted out a warning notice to the remaining teams in the T20 World Cup stage that Oman cannot be taken lightly under any circumstances. There have been some immensely talented individuals out there in that squad, starting from regular captain Zishan Maqsood, Aqib Ilyas himself, Kashyap Kumar Prajapati as an opener for the team. Thumps it down the ground, another single. and this is all that's required of them. End of the over with that single as well. It's 70 for the loss of 1 wicket, Oman.
Thank you. Right arm, round. Raja. Off. Right arm. Ekachike.
Shikongo,
Shimati.
finger spin, right arm coming around the wicket to the right-handers. He's a youngster and trying to make a statement out here for his team as well. A wicket or two here, or possibly a few quiet overs will certainly make his case in this side at the moment. The surface is tailor-made.
Sweep coming into the picture. Just over fine leg, and this will be 50. It will also be a touch and go boundary option at the moment. They'll wait to check the replays, but what is going to be there is Naseem Khushi is going to be raising the bat in delight and take a deep breather, a sigh of relief. He's got runs, and he's got runs after a while, and what a day to get his runs.
Absolutely. A very crucial juncture as far as the series point of view. And what he's done is he's just played a blinder of a knock. They're probably going to have a look whether that ball was pulled back in time, but then from the first looks of it, the fingers are in contact with the boundary ropes. So it's going to be 4 runs here for Naseem Khushi.
Yes, I believe the fingers might have touched the boundary rope. That's what would have allowed the rope to make a movement.
Are we standing by? Are we standing by?
But with every repeated visual, I believe there is an element of doubt which might go in favor of the fielder.
Rubino Khan. Yeah, I can't be Khan. Rubza.
I believe the first visuals without the slow-mo might be a giveaway. Yes, it's a boundary. So the correct decision has been made. And Naseem Khushi will move on to 53 and he'll keep strike. He's going to cut loose. He's got to that landmark figure, and now is when he'll be looking to capitalize on things.
Absolutely, and Naseem Khushi is not those kind of a players who are going to hang around there for too long. If they know that the ball is within their arc, they're going to go for the big shots, try and maximize scoring out of every opportunity that they get. And even this man, Aqib Ilyas, no stranger to big shots and no stranger to big innings from this man, the stand-in captain today, Aqib Ilyas, getting a maximum of this delivery.
Wonder what is the material with which that bat is made. The ball kept travelling and never looked to get down, and it kept travelling. Although at the point, it is Aqib Ilyas who is going to be accumulating only 6 runs.
Deep. Chike is deep and secret.
Oh, that's a wrong-footed sweep. That's an innovation that Aqib has added to his onslaught. And 4 more to the bat of Aqib Ilyas. He's looking dangerous at the moment.
Yep, rightly pointed out, just putting his right leg out in the front, bending the left knee and making sure he gets enough bat on ball, gets the elevation, clears the tall David Wiese, who's stationed behind leg. And this has been an excellent over so far.
They're in a hurry here, Oman. Just 16 more to get. And at the halfway mark, believe it's time. Both the teams takes a breather. Drinks for both the teams.
Okay, sir.
That's the story so far. Dafa News, Oman versus Namibia T20 International Series, and Oman is on their way to a good win here in this third T20i. Naseem Kushi 54 of 37. Jatinder Singh the only casualty so far, which was a mere formality. Bernard Scholes holding on to a brilliant catch. 7 for in 11 deliveries for Jatinder Singh, who was keeping Naseem Kushi's onslaught company. And out comes Akib Ilyas, who has now started pyrotechnics of his own. 22 of 12 deliveries. He's hit a few maximums. He's got a good boundary as well. Some innovative shots.
If you're talking about the bowling attack, it's not been anything special. 86 at the halfway mark means everybody has been taken apart. 1 run for Scholes, 1 wicket for Scholes, and apart from that, there is nothing to be mentioning about. Yes, Lungomini has been tight. An economy of just under 7, and Leisha with that 1 over and 5 runs. But when you're defending something less than 110, you want wickets, and that's something that the Namibian bowlers haven't been able to accumulate. It's just a matter of time. 16 more required for the Oman team to go 1 up and making the series in their favor. It'll be 2-1.
11th over underway, and Leisha will continue from the Oman LNG end. Big shot from Naseem Kushi. This time it should be once again clearing the ropes. So he's very, very efficient targeting that deep mid-wicket region, the deep mid-wicket boundary, and Naseem Kushi moves on to 60.
At least that what Naseem Kushi is doing, he's keeping the fielders interested with smaller sixes. And that's the only humour that I can find in the way Naseem Kushi has onslaughted the Namibian bowlers. He's made them look very ordinary. Leisha being the bowler taken apart on this occasion. 1 more. This one straight down the ground. There is no fielder there. And this is going to be travelling all the way as well. It was just a push shot over mid-off. And it's travelled all the way to long off as well. What a maximum strike from the bat of Naseem Kushi. Incredible striking from him. And with that, it joins Mr. Jamil Zaidi, the experienced Jamil Zaidi. 4 runs to win for Oman. What a performance has this been. Expecting another maximum. Hat-trick of maximums from Naseem. What a wonderful catch. He will have to walk back, but not before he's made a match of his own. A man of the match performance indeed from Naseem Kushi. 66 runs to his name, and a wonderful catch such as this could only be the reason for him to walk back.
Well, an absolute thrilling knock from Naseem Kushi. He has done it after a long, long time, as he's looking for, he's famous for. But today, all the shots he has played.
98 for 2, Oman, and they're cruising at the moment.
Next time, sir. Yeah. Thank you.
What a magnificent knock from Naseem Kushi we have seen after a long, long time. He has come up what has been asked for today, though the total was very low to chase, but the way of intentions right from the first ball he played was absolutely brilliant.
He can take his time there, Ryan. The required run rate is something that we cannot be talking about because it's 0.42 at the moment. That's how strongly Oman has dominated this game. 98 runs in 10.4. majority of the courtesy has to go to Naseem Koshi. Yes, there were some lusty blows from Aqib Ilyas as well, who is standing on the other side, while Ayan Khan looks to face Leisha.
Slight overthrow, and it's going to the fine leg. Rather, and stopped. First time we have seen some overthrow. And with that, Oman almost just two runs away to getting it to its 100 now. Just 2 runs to get on top of Namibia. 2-1 the series.
Mere formalities at the moment for Oman. Ayan Khan 2 of 2, courtesy of that overthrow.
Wait on.
And they will wait to win this game in the next over. 100 for 2 Oman at the end of 11 overs.
सूफी की तरह आधे विकेट पे धीरे ही फेंकना Knock.
Just a click away for Oman through to the 2-1 score at the Namibia. It was all in all, it was Naseem Khushi's source today. If you can go.
That's it. It's game, show, match for Oman. Aqib Ilyas will complete the formalities with that boundary towards the third man area.
Open the face of the bat, pick the gap, and no one there to stop it. With this boundary, Oman clinched the 2-1 up against Namibia. Brilliant batting from Aqib Ilyas as well, after some brilliant bowling as well, but all credit goes to Naseem Khushi, who has done a immaculate job for Oman.
Absolutely, truly professional approach from Oman this afternoon, and this incredible win certifies that the class, just when many of the senior players were rested, these players who took their sides stood up tall, performed strongly, and Oman is 2-1 in this five-match series with Namibia.
It is a thumping and clinical victory for Oman. And what a way to go for the number 4. Definitely the pressure will be putting on the Namibia in the match number 4. But today I think the batting has been come up alive as the expectation from Oman batters. Look at the scorecard. It was very, very Naseem Khushi topping the hedge. They had 66 of just 40 deliveries. Jatinder Singh out 7 again, once again, dismal performance from him. And it was Aqib Ilyas who is still there, 26 not out of 13. 102 for 4 Oman, 11.1 overs required and 3 extras to win this match.
Yes, when you won that game by so many overs to spare, that is the dominance that you have showed. Over 8 overs to spare, and this is an incredible win. 2 wickets that had fallen for Oman, 1 apiece for Scholes and Leisha. And apart from that, there was nothing more to talk about in that bowling attempt from Namibia. It was completely dominated by Oman, and Oman are 1 up in this 5-match series, and they're dominating the series against Namibia at the moment.
After a long time, we have seen the high look at that one. Did Naseem Khushi day? He came up, he showed his intention, leaving no ball going over the maximum, short of the length, playing it over to the maximums for most of the times. This time placed between the 2 fielders, and this time he played it out towards the extra cover. No letting for the bowlers this time from Naseem Khushi, hitting them maximums with this brilliant power play, and that was the only wicket brilliantly taken by Schultz. This was once again sweep nicely. Look at that one over the mid wicket, the maximum, perhaps the longest 6 of the innings. This is once again to the top, and it was Akib Ilyas who once again showed that his class that he can sweep anywhere.
Yes, it was Naseem Khushi. He was going all out. He was bursting and he was taking the attack. Once he completed his 50, he took the wrath on the bowlers, and that's where finally, just when formalities were to be completed, his wicket fell, and finally Akib Ilyas completed the formalities just before the handshakes. And what an incredible win that was for Oman. Yes, they are 2-1 up in this 5-match series, and this is going to be a very, very interesting 5-match series. If you're talking about the match summary, Dafa News, Oman versus Namibia, T20i series at the Oman Cricket Academy here in Oman. Namibia batting first, putting on 101 for 8 in their allocated 20 overs. Brilliant bowling from all the bowlers of Oman, and not much to talk about from the Namibian batters. And coming back to chase, Oman scoring that 101 in just 11.4 overs. Courtesy of Naseem Khushi, 66 of 40 and 26 not out from 13 for Akib Ilyas. Oman wins the match number 3 by 8 wickets, and they're dominating this 5-match series. We'll take a short break before we head into the post-match presentation with Amin Wagle.
Mic check. But then he was saying some shadow and all is coming. So yeah, ये shadow आ रहा है ना. झक मारो. तो इधर ही रख दो. उसका नाम क्या? नहीं वो कम है. Hi sir. I'm going good. Mr. Wendell, right? Welcome to the post-match presentation ceremony to this Dafa News Oman versus Namibia T20 International Series. We've just concluded the third match of this series, and what a blockbuster performance here from the home team Oman. Just to summarize, the toss was won by Oman and they elected to bowl. The first innings total, Namibia scored 101 for 8 in the allotted 20 overs, which Oman chased quite comfortably. 104 for 2 in 11.1 overs. Notable performances, of course, the Oman bowlers did really well in the first innings, securing that low total from Namibia, and in the end it was the blitzkrieg of an innings by Naseem Khushi, our man of the match for today. 66 runs from just 40 deliveries, 3 boundaries and 6 maximums, earns him the man of the match for today. The award given by Mr. Wendell, our match official for today, and we'll have a word with Naseem. नसीम, सबसे पहले बहुत बहुत मुबारकबाद. बहुत बढ़िया परफॉर्मेंस रही है. काफ़ी दिनों के बाद आपने ये परफॉर्मेंस आज एक दिया है ओपनिंग स्लॉट में. क्या ओपनिंग स्लॉट आपके लिए एक अच्छा स्लॉट आपके लिए महसूस हो रहा है जहाँ पे आप कंफर्टेबल हैं?
बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम, खैर मुबारक. और ये मेरे लिए चैलेंज था. मैं काफ़ी दिनों से बहुत डिसाइड था कि मैं अपनी जो लो ऑर्डर बैटिंग है मेरी, उससे मुझे ओपनिंग के लिए बोला गया. मेरे लिए ये चैलेंज था और अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह अल्लाह पाक ने आज आपके सामने ये हो गया सब.
बड़े लंबे लंबे छक्के मारे हैं आज. 6 छक्के लगे हैं और बाउंड्रीज भी काफ़ी माशाल्लाह से बहुत अच्छे से लग रहे थे. पिच में क्या अलग था आज, क्योंकि फर्स्ट इनिंग्स में कुछ अलग ही नज़रिया था, एंड देन फिर बाद में जब आप ओमान की टीम जब बैटिंग करने आई तब कुछ अलग ही गेम प्ले चल रहा था. आप बहुत आराम से, आप जतेंद्र और फिर बाद में आकिब जब आए बैटिंग करने के लिए, काफ़ी आसान था बैटिंग करने के लिए.
जी, न्यू पिच था आज, तो हम टॉस जीते और जैसे कि कप्तान ने पहले बॉलिंग का फ़ैसला किया, वो हमारे लिए अच्छा था और हमें उसका बेनिफिट मिला. स्लो था स्टार्टिंग में और सेकंड टाइम बिल्कुल अच्छा विकेट हो गया था बैटिंग के लिए.
All right, Naseem, congratulations and hope you do well for the future as well.
Thank you, sir.
I'd like to call upon the captain for Namibia, Gerard Erasmus, as well. Gerard, commiserations. Of course, the match not going your way. Was it a tale of two halves when you came out to bat in the first innings, and then what happened in the second innings where Oman just comfortably cruised to that total that you had posted up?
Yeah, when you lose by that margin, you don't quite know what to make of it, and I think it's probably going to be down to some personal pride and trying to wrestle back some of the momentum for the rest of the series. Obviously, the conditions have been tough for batting throughout the series, so but 100, in saying that 100 isn't defendable, and often when you score a low total like that, someone comes out swinging and gets a few runs.
2-1 down in the series now, still 2 more matches to go, so the series very much alive and kicking. Are you still looking for some experimentation, trying with keeping your eye on the big prize, the T20 World Cup in sight?
No, every international game is very, a story of pride for us. So we're looking to pick a side that we can win every game. But in saying that, there's lots of opportunities for a young squad out here to stake a claim for the future. But as I said earlier, I think you pick a T20 international side to win the game, and we'll do that next game as well.
Any positives from today's game?
No, not many. If you lose that far, there's not many positives. Other than that, you can perhaps learn a lot of lessons from playing against good opposition. That's the only thing I can think of.
Commiserations once again, but hope you do well in the rest of the series, Gerard.
Thank you.
Next up is, of course, the winning captain, Aqib Ilyas from Oman, and he's up for a chat. Aqib, congratulations. Today seemed to be an easy day in the office for Oman.
Yeah, we did really well. Congratulations to us and the whole team, alhamdulillah. We did really great job, and Namibia is a top side, and restricting them to 100 runs and then chasing it in 10 overs. It's a big thing for the team.
What's that one thing that you tell Kalimullah to just go out there and just take all the wickets possible over there, because he's just in prime form, isn't it? Especially since he's come back from injury.
See, the whole domestic we play, Kalimullah is very difficult to play. You have to try unorthodox things to, survive at claim. But when other teams come, they struggle. We know every team is going to struggle, and they come to us and they say that this guy is on the target all the time. So he knows what to do. He's senior enough. We don't have to tell him anything. He has to come and tell us what to do, what not to do. That's it.
Along with that, there's another newcomer in the side in terms of coming back from injury, Ahmed Fayaz. But all throughout the series, he's been performing well as well, picking up wickets up top, always troubling the batters, even though that pace has gone down. But then he's bowling the right areas, isn't it?
Yeah, he's bowling really well. Coming back from injury as a fast bowler, it's very difficult. First the rehab procedure, and then when you come back, you have to get the rhythm. But alhamdulillah, he's doing really well. Our support is there with him, and he's a hard-working guy, and he's proving it at the ground.
And today, AQ47 fired with the ball in hand as well as the bat in hand. Happy with your performance as well?
Yeah, hopefully. I am happy today, and I have to score more in the upcoming matches. I have to get big runs for my team to win. Hopefully, we'll be working more and more on myself, inshallah.
What about the bowling attack? Of course, today, if you would ask me, I think the bowling attack were the hero today, especially when they, backed that decision of bowling first, especially the slower bowlers. Was there something in the wicket for the slower bowlers in the first innings?
I think there was no such thing that wicket change in the second inning or in the first inning. Wicket was difficult. It was the same in both the innings, but only thing was our bowlers were on discipline. They bowled on the right areas, and that's the key. Even if the wicket is good or flat, you bowl on the right areas. It's not an easy for a batsman to hit from the right areas. It's difficult.
Congratulations, Aqib. Wonderful insights, and hope you do well for the rest of the series as well. All right, that's it. That's all we have from the post-match presentation ceremony. Oman are 2-1 up in this Dafa News. Oman versus Namibia T20i series. Don't go anywhere too far. We've got a lot of cricketing action on Sports Eye as well as all our various channels. Do stay tuned. Goodbye for today.
Okay.